the correct information, and you know, stay away from the garbage. So do your own observations, do your own research in the field. And here I'm doing field research. For those of you that think I'm only doing book research or internet research, here I'm on the field, on the front, you know, right here, hitting the pavement, where the rubber meets the road, right? Literally. Look at that horizon line, the sky meeting the ocean. So I mean, that's as front line as you get, right? Look at that, those beautiful palm trees, beautiful sky, the clouds floating, millions and millions of pounds and tons of pounds of water. Sorry, tons of pounds, but millions and millions of pounds of water just, you know, floating in the air. It doesn't just happen, okay? So when you start seeing these things, then your mind looks, you have a deeper understanding. The patterns that the fish move in, they're also fractals and golden ratio. So you know, I don't want to be a reductionist. There's a few things that you can learn when you start looking through a certain prism, but you have to be careful not to fall into the trap of that is reductionism. Just, you know, use the tools and then step back and keep looking for other tools. Okay. But so yeah, you could think of as you know, this reality or this holographic reality as kind of fractal geometry, polygon, you know, repeating itself reality, and in infinite manifestations, infinite creativity. And the act of creativity, there's a text, there's a ancient Vedic text that's a sacred text called the Prajavinya Hridayam. I'm probably butchering that, but Prajavinya Hridayam, and I'll probably write it here on the video somewhere or put it on the description, where, I mean, it literally says, I don't recall the exact shloka, but it's something like, you know, God is the same as creativity. The act of creation, the act of creativity itself is in fact equal to God. So you know, he gives us a little bit, a wee bit of his divine power, and we have that innately since we are babies, since we're born. And you can see it in the very young babies and infants and toddlers. And then, you know, you start getting hammered with all the nonsense and the BS and the Luciferian BS. And so they start, that's the first thing they start trying to go after, your creativity. You know, and then they dumb you down, they beat the creativity out of you as much as they can, but it's still there. So that's why Christ says he loves children so much. Let the children come to me, right? It's one of the most important things in the gospel, in the God spell, that Christ keeps mentioning over and over again. His love for small children, God's love for small kids, because they're pretty amazing, and that's a huge key to the truth. You can also see the converse side. I don't want to get into that too much, but you can see the evil side, how they try to attack the younger kids because they loathe them, you know, what they represent, the power they have in them, the power we have in ourselves, which is a small fragment of the divine, fractal repeating upon fractal, infinite divine geometry of the absolute, the source, the creator of all things, infinite creation, infinite power, infinite possibilities, infinite creativity. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I think it's pretty breathtaking, and especially when you start looking at it through different eyes, right? Through a different set of lenses, no pun intended, through a different level of perception. And I'm not saying that I've gone to the deepest level, nor will I ever get there possibly, but you're always trying. you're always trying. Look at the infinite amount of waves almost that you can see. Look at the infinite amount of shapes of the clouds almost. Look at the types of the people, like so many different shapes, faces. There's no two fingerprints alike, are there? There's no two can you see it? Guys, ¿lo puedo ver? ¿Lo puedo ver? Can I see it? Can I see it? Please. Can you show me? It's a coral. Look at that. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's pretty amazing. Another fractal upon a fractal pattern. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Gracias. There you go. Getting in with the locals. No, I'm kidding. You gotta speak the lingo, right? It's just very nice people. Everybody's in a good mood, so you get that vibe. It's just beautiful. So you see more fractals upon fractals, and you know, when the flip side of the coin, they call it the polygon, right? The polygon, the cyber polygon thing they're calling it, and you know, they have their perspective and their limited knowledge, which is very limited, but it's still pretty much, it's more than the average person knows, and they have their evil intent related to it. But what it is that they know what's up in regards to the polygonal geometric nature of this hologram reality, if you want to call it that, or whatever you want to refer it to as. So just thoughts for you guys. Again, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your comments, your feedback. Please, if you like the content, you know, hit the like button, subscribe, notification, all that jazz, and share. By all means, share. There's also, I set up a Patreon. I still need to configure the thing, but I have a lot more content that I can't share on these platforms, but I'll do it in, like, on my website or somewhere. I'm not gonna into it right now, but I have a lot of content on that, and I haven't seen anywhere else. But so I need to share that with you. I feel compelled to do so, and I know, I mean, it's God compelling me, and like, you're seeing a lot of other, you know, content creators out there sharing some cool stuff, and the level of vibration is definitely rising. You can absolutely feel it rising. There's some that are dead asleep and they're never gonna wake up. That's up to them, but there's some of us that are waking up more and more every single day, and it's impressive. Like, every single day. Right now I have material for like 2 or 3 years if I did a video every week, and I'm learning more every single day. I'm trying to, you know, of course, keeping notes and everything on the research, but it can be overwhelming at times. It can be overwhelming. Look at that Sargasso. That's called the Sargasso. Sargasso? What's it called in English?
I don't know, Sargasso.
Again, it's a fractal pattern. Look it up.